Greetings. So, I was just stopped by a guy on a lawnmower who was like, hey, I recognize you. Ish. Apparently that guy had like seen me around town a couple of times before and he really wanted to ask me a question. Now, he doesn't actually know me, he just seen me around town and he was like, hey, I gotta ask, are you Jewish? And I'm like, no. But okay, that was interesting. So it was kind of nice, and that question was a little bit random actually. No, I'm not actually Jewish. I just looked at. So yeah, I just thought I would vlog that because that was kind of a silly encounter. That usually doesn't happen. That people like stop me and ask if I'm Jewish. Actually, they usually don't stop me anyway. It was like driving there along, like, hey, I've seen you around town, I saw you in the store some days ago. Well, he thought it was me at least. It might have been. And I'm like, okay. Huh. In other news, I'm going to go and see Brave today. It has its premiere on that, so that's cool. I will of course see it in English with Swedish subtitles and not the Swedish dub because that one's horrible. I've seen the trailer. So that's cool. I'll vlog more about that later. Speaking of later, I shall see you then. Okay, so I just finished watching Brave in my local cinema. So let's do a quick review. I used one of those free movie tickets that I got from those pilot episode recording thingies from last week, so that was cool. And of course, usually when you watch a 3D movie, using one of those tickets, you still have to pay a small fee for some reason. So I was like getting ready to take up the money to pay for that, and they were like, hey, you don't need to do that. For some reason we don't do that anymore for child movies, or you know, it's Pixar and they're pretty awesome and stuff. So I was like, okay. Therefore I saved 30 Swedish crowns, which I then could spend on, you know, getting some drinks and getting some candy. So I did, and that was all good. I actually forgot the last drink I had when I left. Anyways, that's irrelevant. I think my color's a little bit weird. Anyway, so review, right? That's what I was talking about. So I actually liked the short movie before, the La Luna thingy. I like that more than the actual movie, I have to admit. But usually those Pixar shorts, they're really good, really funny. They have to compress, you know, an entire story into 4 or 5 minutes instead of dragging it out for an hour and 40 minutes like for this one. But still, that was really beautiful. And for the actual movie, I liked it. Of course, it's Pixar, how can I not like it? But it was a little bit too predictable. Just a little bit. I'm like, okay, so we have that one scene with the cake, and I'm like, okay, there's that, and there's that one moment in which maybe I shouldn't give it to her, and I'm like, no, she's gonna take it, and then she did. And you know, there were those really predictable moments, like, okay, the bear is going to return, that thing's going to happen, and you know, when they return, the witch is not there anymore. Or no, I didn't actually see that one coming, but it did feel a little bit too obvious anyway. So yeah, really like the music, and as usual, as soon as the movie's over, everyone stands up and leaves. I'll sit there. I didn't get my usual seat, which is usually in the center at, you know, furthest back. That's my preferable seat. This time I didn't get that, sadly, but oh, still good. But everyone stands up and leaves. I'll sit there going through the credits, trying to read the names and remember them. Kind of tricky, but I'm usually just there for the music. I love the music. And of course the guy like who cleans up and like, okay, I'm just gonna clean here. I'm like, yeah, do that, whatever. And then we had the, you know, the sting at the end. That was hilarious, and everybody but me missed it. I'm not gonna spoil that thing. You've probably seen it already. I mean, it was the premiere in Sweden today. But that movie's been out for a while at this point, I think. Oh boy, same thing is going to go for Wreck-It Ralph. I checked that yesterday or something. It was like November 1st in America, or 2nd in America. And for Sweden, February 8th, 2013. And I'm like, but I want to see a movie about a guy in a video game now. I want to see it when the guys in America can see it. I don't want to wait 3 months. And they're like, oh, too bad. Why? That's irrelevant. That's totally irrelevant at the moment. I'm gonna see that movie. Again, I'm digressing so much right now. How much do I have on this recording? Plenty. All right. Wait. Yeah. All right. But about that Brave, I liked it. I was just waiting for the scene I recognized from the trailer, and did feel a little bit longer. Just that one scene, like in this one, they actually had more intercuts than they did in the other one. Well, that might just be me. But yeah, of course I watched it in English as well, or Scottish, I guess I would call it. Since, you know, the Swedish dub is horrible. Although I would like to see how they managed to dub the gibberish guy. I think it was speaking like pure Scottish or something. I have no idea what it was. It was hilarious. Everybody in the cinema thought it was hilarious. And I actually tried to listen to what he said, and it did sound like he was actually saying something, but I couldn't figure out what. Of course, Scottish people will probably laugh even more at that scene or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I like to speculate. So yeah. If I were to watch the Swedish dub, it would be for just to see how they would dub that guy. They would probably give him some Gothenburg accent of something, I don't know, maybe something more up north, but try to make it as incomprehensible as possible, or they'll just stick with the original voice. Why not? You don't understand in my movie. You could probably keep that. Yeah. I am really good at timing my pauses, and ain't I? See, as soon as there's a person passing by, as soon as anything that would make me look crazy talking to myself happens, I actually go quiet. It's kind of automatic, and I happen to find those pauses in my speech just that well. So I'm like, yeah, let's just roll with it. But yeah, I do, if you haven't seen Brave yet, I do recommend it, although out of the Pixar movies I've seen, this one does not rank as high up as most others, like, you know, Toy Story and WALL-E and stuff. So yeah, but La Luna was great. Kind of surprising too, and all beautiful. I should probably end this now before that guy crashes into me. He probably won't, but still. My mistake, it was a girl. Alright, I'm just gonna end it now. See you guys later. Yeah, I just had to restart start up this vlog and I just realized the reason why I couldn't get my collar right. I have put on my sweater inside out. Yeah, you guys probably saw that. And you were like screaming at the screen, you're like, hey Silver, you're so silly. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't realize why. Okay, I don't really like those clouds coming, and they're pretty dark. And then I don't mean evening dark, I think it's more like rain cloud dark. So yeah. And I just have another thing for the Brave movie while I'm still, you know, the Brave movie, while I'm still recording. The scene where the mom transformed, oh boy, that thing was hilarious. I did really not expect her to act like that. And then she kept doing that throughout the movie. Oh boy, that was awesome. Alright, now let's end it. See you later.